kia ora, good evening and welcome to 0800 Tardis News. So, now, got a bit of a rare assignment in tonight's show. We've managed to get myself, and I'm very surprised where I managed to get my interview, but it's from Croatia. And the great thing about it, it's all in English, which I have to say, since don't know if you probably know, but my foreign languages are very near zilch and would not know where to go, let alone you guys probably wouldn't understand either. So, yeah. But first we've got some interesting news. This one is about Christopher Eccleston from talking about it. Knowing about how the fans knew early on, this is what the article says. The fans knew early on that Christopher Eccleston wouldn't reprise his role as the Ninth Doctor in the Doctor Who 50th anniversary. I was delighted to see archived footage of him used. It's quick, but seeing his face along with the other former Doctors was a very special moment. Since that was possible, one might wonder why his face also wasn't used during the regeneration of the John Hurt Ward Doctor. According to the showrunner Stephen Moffat, it was all a matter of respect. It was one thing to include him among all the other archived Doctors as they flew in to save the day. Moffat says in the latest issue of the Doctor Who magazine via Go for some magazine, in fact it would be disgraceful to have left anyone out, but placing him in that scene might have given the impression he actually turned up for filming, which would have been crossing the line. According to Moffat, not taking part in the 50th anniversary was a difficult decision for Chris, taken after a lot of thought and with great courtesy, and respecting his wishes would have been grossly unprofessional and disrespectful to a good man and a great Doctor. In the end, the spirits of Eccleston's Doctor was in the episode, and that may be what matters most. As Moffat added, Number 9 may not have turned up for the celebrations, but there would have been no party without him. So that's about Eccleston, and this one's more about Matt Smith, and this was an article done by the New Zealand Herald, which is our lovely paper in Auckland, as in our biggest city, as you know, all you Kiwis should know. Former Doctor Who actor Matt Smith will be joining the cast of Terminator Genesis alongside Game of Thrones actor Emilia Clarke, as it has been announced. Skydance Productions, who are behind the new film, announced news on their Facebook page today saying, "We don't have a TARDIS, but we do have a Time Lord." Matt Smith is joining the cast of Terminator, and John Connor is very happy about it. Smith, who departed as the 11th incarnation of Doctor Who back at Christmas, will be starring in the 5th instalment of the science fiction franchise in an as yet unknown role. Well, hey, we can always speculate what could be happening. According to entertainment news site Deadline, Smith will play a new character with a strong connection to John Connor. Could be his son, by what that's suggesting. Clark will be playing Sarah Connor. She is not the first Game of Thrones actress to have done so. Her co-star Lena Headey played the Terminator heroine in the short-lived Fox series Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles. The new film will serve a reboot of the original 1984 film directed by James Cameron and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger as the deadly cyborg sent on the mission from the future. Terminator Genesis will see Schwarzenegger reprise his role and will also feature Jai Courtney as Kyle Reese and Jason Clarke as John Connor. Since leaving the TARDIS, Smith has been starring as Patrick Bateman in the musical adaptation of American Psycho in the West End, and in Ryan Gosling directorial debut on How to Catch a Monster. Terminator Genesis is being directed by Alan Taylor and scheduled for release in July 2015, which will probably be about 2 months before Doctor Who Series 9 is released, depending on what happens in that part. So, the big news of tonight, all the way from Croatia, we've got Goran. Now, I'm going to try and say this, as it's very hard. actually. Just take the look all the way over there. Was it Horvatinec? I probably just said it wrong. Did I say it right?
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay, so and from the fan page, from the fan page Doctor Who special, which I've discovered over the weekend, and I'm very amazed how quick we managed to get into interviews and that. I was very keen when I saw it, so let's kick off. Basically, what's the page about?
The page is about a special that myself and my team are making.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an episode of 45 minutes, an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
And is this more of a fan film sort of thing?
It's a fan film, but we set it in the future, like let's say 400 years in the future, so it still recognizes the past and the Doctor Who lore, and we just like continue it in our own way.
Okay. And on that part there, will you be possibly looking at who you're looking at actors wise, or is it more yourself going to be doing it, or is it more of the Doctor doesn't appear but is mentioned a lot?
No, it's not. I'm not going to be in it. I'm just the director.
Mm-hmm.
We did have auditions and look at actors, so I think we have a pretty good cast for it. So we are pretty excited. And yes, the Doctor will make an appearance, our version of the Doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and plus there will be small cameos of past Doctors.
And is this sort of film, was it going to be released for theatres or that sort of thing, or is it more of your stuff you upload to YouTube?
A mixture of both. We hope to put it in theaters, but probably mostly like festivals, amateur festivals, and we're going to promote it a lot, so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
But it is mostly because, we love Doctor Who and we just want to do the best job we can do.
Now, more of the sense, do you get Doctor Who on free-to-air TV in Croatia?
Yes, there is Doctor Who on TV. It's the 11th Doctor now, Matt Smith era.
Oh, okay, which is what it is over here. I think they keep repeating it on UK TV over here. But
yeah, they repeat it here, but now it's Matt Smith and soon the 50th anniversary.
Oh, okay, so it's around that point. So,
yeah.
So basically everywhere in the world's at the same place.
Apparently, yeah.
So what made you become a Doctor Who fan?
Well, I started around 2 years ago. I didn't really know the show, but a friend of mine that's in the special kept talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, okay. But then one summer I got, really bored, and I downloaded some episodes and got hooked pretty quickly and watched like 5 or 4 seasons in 2 weeks, so it went pretty quickly. And
would that have been more the modern era of Doctor Who?
Yeah, the modern era, but I started to watch classic Who now. I finished Hartman's run and started Patrick Troughton's, but I really want to see every Doctor. So.
Oh well, that's at least you're planning to look at it. Of William Hartnell's era, what are some of your favourite episodes?
Well, I love Unearthly Child, the original episode, and the one that hasn't been aired,
mm-hmm.
because they're really different. And I love, even though it's just picture and sound, I love the Marco Polo era.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, yeah.
Episodes.
Yes, I do know that story it is missing the video part, yes. And are you a fan of the Daleks?
Yes, I am a fan of the Daleks, but I'm more of a fan of the Cybermen.
And what do you think about the 10th Planet episode?
I'm sorry, what?
The 10th Planet episode? You know, the Cybermen's first appearance.
Oh, they were kind of corny, but I don't know, they grew on me because they're different.
Now, in that episode, did you notice they mentioned New Zealand in that episode?
No.
Oh, okay. That episode was the first time in Doctor Who was mentioned that it was a New Zealand astronaut doing some weather thing or something that they did, and it was a New Zealand astronaut was the part that was mentioned.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's something that was the first reference that I've come across in Doctor Who that referred to the word New Zealand, which it's been mentioned a little bit throughout time of Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you know, I mean, because we were the second country in the world to get Doctor Who, New Zealand. So we got in the black and white days.
Sorry, the connection broke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were the second country in the world to get Doctor Who after the UK. Well, the first country, basically outside of the UK, to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't get the classic or just the modern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, which we my mum remembers watching Doctor Who in 1964, and she remembered the Daleks really scared her a lot. I think we only got it because that was roughly when New Zealand got television. They got it in the early 60s, and 64 would have been, plugging in some gap for some shows, so Doctor Who was brought into New Zealand. Yeah, so, I mean, that's how it's happened over here. Have you seen any of the was it the 10-year or the 20-year anniversary episodes yet?
20th anniversary. Yes, I think I have.
The 3 Doctors and the 5 Doctors.
Yeah, the 2 Doctors and the 5 Doctors or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them. I especially seen the specials. Yeah, I was very interested.
Yeah, it's quite good how they managed to bring past Doctors together.
Yeah.
To do it, which I heard that's what the fans wanted for the 50th anniversary, but Stephen Moffat didn't really want to push for it.
Yeah, that was kind of disappointing, but how would you explain the aging Doctors and everything?
Well, that's true. Yeah, and that was a fair part that was mentioned by it. Or, shall I say, bringing back the Doctors from the dead. I mean, they did that in 1983 with the 5 Doctors. They got someone else to play William Hartnell, because William Hartnell was not there.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, but, I think it's better that they didn't bring more Doctors, because it would be kind of disrespectful to them, especially the ones that passed.
Yeah. Now, on stories of modern era, who's your favourite Doctor?
My favorite Doctor is Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. And what would you be your favourite episode in the Matt Smith era?
The favorite episodes from the Matt Smith era, I really love, 2 of them, the Pandorica, and the Doctor's wife, when the Tardis becomes, Idris.
Becomes, where they had, what's her name? Saran someone, I know she played Karen MacDonald on, what's it called, Coronation Street, which, I mean, I'm sure you would have heard of Coronation Street. I mean, I think everyone I've talked to has heard of it.
I've heard about it,
Yeah, she was in there at one stage. I just remember her as her character because my mum's a Coronation Street addict, and should I have to say, I watched her. I mean, I haven't watched her in recent times, and she was in there quite a fair bit back. So it's those sorts of things that people remember. Now, would you say Doctor Who should be filmed in Croatia?
It has been filmed in Croatia. The Vampires of Venice was filmed in Trogir.
Oh, yes.
Opposing for Venice, yeah.
Oh, so that was filmed over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about filming in New Zealand?
Well, should it be filmed or was it filmed?
No, to be filmed.
Well, yeah, New Zealand's beautiful. I mean, so yeah, why not?
Yeah, and have Peter Jackson being the director?
I don't know how that would look. I mean, probably would be epic. Just hope less green screen.
Yeah, well, we were thinking of many things. I don't know if you've seen a couple of pictures on the net, but our own Parliament buildings, our beehive, you stick there and you put a couple of changes to it, it can look like a Dalek.
Really? I didn't see that.
Oh no! I'll give you a link to one of our pictures. But we've there were quite a few pictures floating around this year, and same with last year, with the beehive and the Dalek associated to the beehive. The first picture surfaced round about when they did the episode, The Asylum of the Daleks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was when the first episode of the beehive been, made perfect into the Dalek look.
Yeah, coincidence? I think not.
I think I don't know. It could have been coincidence, but it's it came around that point. It's a pretty good a couple of images that they've managed to put in. I've made a couple up myself. We even managed to get our Prime Minister to turn into a human Dalek. Yeah, we did that. That was at the same point where someone sat there and put in a request to prove that he's not a shape-shifting reptilia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we decided. So I think it got. So I sprung that out round about when he got given the shape-shifting reptilia. So yeah, of your team for the fan special, some of them actors in it, or are they more of the background scene, or a bit of a mixture of both? And
mixture of both. I mean, they play in let's say, student theaters, so they have experience in acting and everything. So it would be much easier than just directing, let's say, a friend.
mm-hmm.
These actually know. These are people that know what they're doing.
Yes. Okay. And are you studying in film or anything along those lines since you're the director, or is this just the one and only time offer?
No, I don't study. I study English.
Mm-hmm.
But I would really love to direct more, and I have directed little short films for college, and people that hire me, like bands and little skits and stuff like that. So it's not like a one-time thing. I would like to keep doing it. So hopefully you will see what happens after the special.
Well, yes, and you better make sure we get a advance copy on that,
Of course.
Yes, make sure that, if you an unreleased copy, we will keep that secret as well, but yeah, we could always sit there and put in our 2 cents worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all your, basically your whole team, you're all based in Croatia and from Croatia?
Yes.
So basically...
Everyone was just from Croatia.
Alright, and filming of it, it will all be done in English? Or...
Yes, because we don't want to do it in British because we might not get the right accent, or we don't want to disrespect the Brits. Mm-hmm. So we're just gonna do it like in normal English.
Yes.
English.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you sit there and you look at it. Okay, they've had. If you sit there and look over there, even that they're still partially divided, like they've got Welsh, English, and the Scottish and all that. Basically, the Doctors have had accents that have, basically, they have not got the actors who played the Doctors to change their accents as a rule. I mean, hey, one thing I'd love to have happen, if they ever offered me the role as a Doctor, I would take it up, but the condition would be, yes, I'm keeping my Kiwi accent. Because, to be honest, it will throw a twist to the scene. Because, as I see it as, why get the actors to lose their accent to fill in a role for a character that can change and is not even from that country?
Yeah. Like the holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, like Peter Capaldi's from Scotland, but yes, exactly. Yes, and same with Sylvester McCoy. He's from Scotland, but and he used a Scottish accent in, doing playing the Doctor. I don't know what accent because I still haven't watched it. I'm very bad for that. The Hobbit. I'm not sure if he used his Scottish accent in The Hobbit or something, but I do know that when it was filmed, I know it was filmed in New Zealand. Since he's probably one of probably the only Doctor Who actor who's actually done work in New Zealand who was previously in Doctor Who as the Doctor. I mean, the other one, I'm trying to think, every other one there hasn't actually come over. Oh, no, Tom Baker, he did come over here to work professionally, but he was playing the Doctor. So, yeah. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a different one. That was quite a fair bit back as well. Yeah, and if we look at it, is your family a bit of Doctor Who fans?
My family?
Yes.
No, I'm an only child, so...
Oh, lucky you. Joined the club until my dad had 2 kids to another woman, but that's another story. Do I say it's better? Well, yeah. No, it's just, it's one of those things. I'm trying to push both of my brothers to get into it. It's not been successful. It hasn't really been that successful.
Well, which episodes are you showing them?
A mixture of all over. Telling them they have to watch it. Telling them what to watch. Probably never seen them do it. I'm trying to think. They've watched the 3 Doctors. No, it was the 5 Doctors when they were over here one time at my place. They don't come that often. That's just one of those things. That's just how it goes. Yeah. And also on when you do your filming, are you doing single or multi-camera angle shots?
Probably multi-angle.
Multi-angle?
Camera angle shots, because it will be much quicker, and it depends if one actor does a great reaction or a great read, and the other one doesn't. So I can have at least multi-angles.
Oh, okay. And do you have a desire to come to New Zealand at some point in time?
Hopefully, maybe when I'm done with college, I might travel. Mm-hmm. So New Zealand is right on the list.
Oh well, come across. Make sure you get driver's license before you come across, and then you can drive over here.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is because basically you need to drive if you come over here. Because to be honest, unless you live in Auckland or Wellington or Christchurch might be questionable. Public transport is not that flash. It's easier to hitchhike around this country than it is to actually catch public transport. That's not right. It's probably why it's such a Kiwi tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and any secret plots you could give out about your fan films, such as what could be the Doctor's costume, that sort of thing?
The Doctor's costume is, we have like a rough idea or a rough draft. It's on our page, but we are still looking and improving as we go. And so this is like, let's see what we have now, but we are trying to think about what's about mobility and what's useful at the time, because it will be summer. It will be really extremely hot when we start filming. So we're trying to make it light, but colorful and Doctor-ish.
Would you do short? Would you get the Doctor in a pair of shorts? Considering.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, probably not.
Because that's one thing I've noticed in Doctor Who. I've never seen the Doctor wear a pair. Actually, Peter Davison might have, but I'm trying to think. I've never seen a Doctor wear a pair of shorts, but Peter Davison might have in one episode.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I can't think of any other Doctor who has. No, it's just one of those things that you sit there and think of. The Doctor's got to dress somewhat to his weather conditions. Because if you sit there and look at it, I'd hate to have been filming. Particularly with the 50th anniversary filming, what they had them filmed, the sort of stuff Matt Smith had to wear while filming, that would have been in the middle of the British summer. You know, so he would have been like, oh God, I'm sick and tired of being in this heavy clothing and it's blazingly hot here at, 30 degrees.
Well, yeah, I mean, imagine if we're filming and the weather is really, really, really hot and he has like a big coat or something. I don't think our actor would probably pass out. So we're trying to think of something that's light, but, has the sense that Doctor has no style. Well, basically he doesn't. So, trying to mix and match stuff.
Yeah. Now, how old's your Doctor? And I'm talking actor age.
Actor age, around 20 years old.
So basically,
young.
Okay. So basically, it would be probably a younger look.
Well, not exactly, because he has like a beard. We're trying to make our Doctor a beard, and there's a reason why in the special. So, he looks older. You would never give him 20 years. He'd probably be like, I don't know, 25, 27 or something.
Probably won't get RSID at the local bar.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. Okay. So that's aspect. And what sort of age will the Doctor be at that point in time?
Around 2,200 years.
2,200 years. Yeah, that's God, that'll be quite a few. Years down the track for the Doctor anyway.
Yeah.
God, he shouldn't be old and frail by then, but you look at regenerations. I mean, hey, they've given him a second life cycle, so if you play on that, it could be young and vibrant.
Since he has a new life cycle, we added a few, let's say, background doctors, our own, and one secret doctor. Mm-hmm. So our Doctor is like the, let's say, 16th regeneration. Or in
16th regeneration.
Yeah. Because we didn't want it to be like after Capaldi. We want to be like a few regenerations past, so we're not like copywriting,
Yeah, and that's probably a good thing to work around on that. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we should call it time, since we've probably had a bit of a good chat.
Okay.
And I'd like to say thank you for entering, my living room and all the way over in New Zealand for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, not a problem. And I'd like to thank you fans for watching on tonight, as it has been, and glad I'm back on actually doing more of my night shows, since I've been doing a fair bit of morning ones, as you probably sit there and know. I will at some point have another 0800 Tardis News show with Ben Olds. He is my friend from the, What Happens in the TARDIS Stays in the TARDIS. We'll be possibly talking about, he's on his way to the UK in about a month's time, so we'll tell what could be in store and planned, and he did say he's off on his way to Cardiff. So we'll definitely have that. Brian, our other admin, will also be on his way to the States for a holiday, and I bet you he will sit there, and if he finds something Doctor Who, he'll report that into us. So thank you for watching us. You can either see us online on the show or in person, and make sure, since Facebook's basically slowing our likes down, you can also follow us on Twitter, since we're on Twitter, and you can also check out our website at 0800tardis.co.nz. And make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. So thank you for watching, and good night everybody.